Sui Mia here, and today I will be giving my thoughts on the first 3 episodes of Serial Experiment Lain. So let's get right into it.
Weird Layer 01.
Just as the title says, this episode was pretty weird. It started pretty unexpectedly, with the girl killing herself within the first 2 minutes. I think it was the point to make that unexpected, though. I noticed a lot of different details around the world of Lain. Things like the shadows being colorful, the street right next to them being a bright white, and red goo dripping from the ceiling at one point. This feels like the real world, but the differences in the details almost make it unsettling. You can tell if something is wrong, just by looking a bit closer. But what that is, I don't know yet. The technology in this world is also something I find odd. It seems a lot more advanced and futuristic, but the world around it seems more akin to ours than the future. And people are getting emails from people who died recently, and the emails are talking about them being here. Now I wonder, where's the here they're talking about? Lain is a quiet observer. I notice she doesn't really react much to the weird world of Lain. She didn't even react that much to seeing the girl who died earlier, that is in front of her now. One time I noticed she really reacted, though, was when she saw the other lady die to the train in that weird cloudscape. Small detail here at the end of the episode 1 section, but I really love her bear onesie. It stands out a lot to me because it's something so normal in a world that's definitely not.
Girls Layer 02.
This episode gets a bit more odd, with a bartender wearing a gas mask and a strange bug-like drug that a guy later eats. The voice on the TV says it increases your reaction time by 12 times and removes human limitations, which then the guy who ate the bug drug pulls out a gun and starts shooting up the bar, instantly showing how dangerous this drug can be. There's a girl that looks exactly like Lain, but with a personality completely opposite to her. People know her for that other self without having ever met her before. I notice Lain's eyes are different from almost everyone else in the show. I wonder if there's a deeper meaning to this. Things like the guy behind the pole, and the ghost people in the hallway, and the person staring at her from the closet make this start feeling more akin to a horror anime than the sci-fi psychological that I've known it as thus far. The question I ask is, how far will they go with the horror themes? The guy in the bar points at Lain and suddenly says, "No matter where you are, everyone is always connected." And then the guy shoots himself. Now here's where things shifted for me. Now I don't know if Lain's normal anymore. I don't even know if Lain's human, but there's clearly more to this. Another small detail at the end of section 2 now. I would love to have her haircut. I think it's very nice.
Layer 03.
When episode 3 starts, she comes back home, only to find it empty. This was weird to me, because, as was already said in the last episode, she was at the club past the time she usually would be asleep. So why, when she comes back, is her family gone? And then the next day, her mom is back just like nothing happened. Something's clearly wrong here. Lain is getting watched by red lights from a car parked outside her house. And they are recording her? Later we see who was inside the car. And the 2 men at the door are wearing these weird glasses that are possibly cameras? Lain starts hearing and seeing things that aren't there, like voices in her head.
Good morning, Lain. You can hear me, can't you?
And someone watching her from outside the classroom. Those things start affecting Lain. I don't know what's happening here, but Lain's being affected heavily. I noticed this show has a lack of background music most of the time. It makes the scenes without much dialogue kind of eerie. All you hear is the buzzing of power lines, and Lane's footsteps in the silence of everything else. Lain finds something called a Pasuke chip, and when going to find out more information, she finds out something different as well. Lain, or a version of Lain, has already been in The Wired. Lain has no memory of this, and this Lain they're talking about has an exact opposite personality to the one we know. Now, what I think about this is that maybe there's more than one Lain, like the one we're watching is a robot or a clone, and she may have a split personality. I don't know for sure yet, but that's just where my head's at right now. And then, at the end of episode 3, Lain's smile here is uncanny. It's wrong. If Lain smiles, usually it's small. She keeps her mouth closed and her eyes open. This breaks all of what we've learned of her thus far. Something is very wrong. So those were my first thoughts on episodes 1 through 3. So far, I've been left with more questions than answers. But I am really enjoying it. See you next time, when we do the next set of episodes. Bye.